Okay, after the ominous end of Alpha Lance, we're on to Catnap Part 1.
Okay, I'm going to handle this briefing. Our buddy Foster is prepping for the mission. Here's our situation. We're landing in what we hope is a secure location, but it looks like the enemy may have spotted us. There's several enemy units in the area, and they could be heading towards our position. As soon as we land, you'll need to secure the landing zone. More interesting, it looks like the Word is transporting a new Mad Cat. We need more firepower, so I want that heavy mech. It's against my better judgment, but once you capture the Mad Cat, Lieutenant Foster will pilot it back to the Icarus. Try and make sure that Briefing Boy doesn't kill himself.
Something that I've always kind of found funny. Defend the Icarus at all costs. Shouldn't you defend the Icarus at all costs? I don't know. I guess it's still technically grammatically correct, but
all systems
there's
nominal.
no new
We'll be on the ground momentarily. Major, I'm reading incoming tanks with mech support.
Captain, as soon as you're on the ground, please deal with them.
I guess since this is rather, I'm not going to say super long mission, but a rather long, I might as well discuss some of the other rebalance mechs that have been tweaked / redone. Yes, I did talk about the Belial. It has two full target jammer as well, which basically brings it up. Basically, this is Mech 2 speed, which is really, really good. This would actually, I don't know. I said in the last mission that the Corvus was my favorite. My favorite change. I'm not sure about my favorite mech. My favorite mech would kind of be a toss-up between the Belial and the Corvus. Maybe throw the Vulture in there, too. The Vulture is really good too. But anyway, back to... The Corvus has historically been, for those who never got the DLC for this game, Corvus was basically a flag runner. It was meant to go with the exec package. It was so light and so underpowered that it had absolutely no use outside of objectives. It was super fast, it had jump jets, but its real defining feature was that it had a insanely long target jammer. It was 14 seconds on to 7 seconds, which is really, really... The next closest, I think, was 5 seconds on, 7 seconds on.
Proceed to the city. I've placed a nav point.
But it was useless outside of objectives because target jammer aside, it had no armor and 2 pulse lasers and autocannon. So what we did is we kept the pulse lasers. We shortened the target jammer just a little bit, but we gave it a Gauss rifle, a single Gauss rifle. So, and you would initially think, like, how does that could like the Hackman? How does it stand out against the Hackman? Or how does it make itself a better Hackman? The Hackman has 2 SRMs. So what we've kind of done is we've made it so that Corvus is the lightweight mech with jump jets and less firepower, and the Hackman has no jump jets, but it has 2 SRMs. I will say though, the Hackman is not. It doesn't compare to its former glory. The Hackman is one of the only changes, in fact, the only one that I can really immediately find of the mechs that I don't like having changed. Not because it changed, in fact, it really didn't, but that's the problem. Everything else has gotten better, but the Hackman kind of stayed the same, so it feels like it's been kind of left behind. But I'm not criticizing because, see, I don't like to criticize people unless I can come up with a solution for myself. And I really can't.
Here's vid footage of a convoy transporting the Mad Cat. I want that mech. Stop them and Foster and our techs will take care of it.
It's kind of the best it can be under the circumstances. And, I don't know, it's still good. It's just not as glorious as it used to be. Now that the Corvus is here, it does feel just a little bit better. If you have the Owens and the Corvus both. another map that we talked, me and Big Tom talked pretty extensively about potentially adding the multiplayer in the future. Actually, a really interesting proposal. Yeah. If you're unaware in this map, by the way, you can actually jump jet up this. This is the this is that area where the water culvert is. You can take a shorter route up through here, but I just am taking the normal path. I might do that again in the future.
Tiger, Captain, make sure you take out the tanks guarding the convoy. Don't destroy the Mad Cat. Do not even think about it.
For some reason, I'm always terrified that that's going to happen, yet I don't think I've ever... I certainly don't remember it ever happening to me. One of those things that just, I guess, seems like a lot bigger.
Good job stopping the convoy, Sport. Briefing boy is inbound. Enemy reinforcements are inbound on your position. Intercept their mechs. Give those techs time.
Waste us. Oh well. And of course the health is right. I've just got to wait for them.
This is nothing like the simulator. I need some time. Cover me. Major, I think I got it. Whoa, this mech is badass.
Lieutenant, get back to the Icarus and stop screwing around.
Fun fact, if you look at the overhead view of this mission, you can actually see where that cutscene is. It's not, the cutscene doesn't take place right next to the thing where you expect it to. It's in its own little, not a culvert, what would I call it? A little alcove in the map that's over the ridge from the Icarus, from the valley where the Icarus is. Where that? Oh, so yeah, there's just this little piece of road and asphalt next to the, just out in the middle of an open place next to the Icarus, and it's just used for the cutscene. Another one of those little things to find out when you dig how this. I know this is technically
Captain, make sure you take out their HQ building. Good work, Lieutenant Foster. Captain, for good measure, destroy the base at the north end of the city and don't leave any of those buildings standing.
Oh, and one thing that we also talked about in the multiplayer, that we really, even if this map doesn't get ported, this skybox. Probably, dare I say, my favorite skybox in the entire game. It's a real shame that they don't use this in at least one of the multiplayer. Their Elite actually made the basically the Going Commando equivalent, the map that's only power armors. He made that set in River City at night, and my goodness, it just makes me want a proper night map with max, not battle.
That should do it. Good work. Rendezvous with the Icarus and we can check out your new toy once we get Briefing Boy out of it.
But I called dibs.